Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform. Track 3, Rosa Parks, produced by OutKast.
Yep.
Hey, one of y'all want to give y'all rating first?
Quick question. What was the lawsuit about? Was it like just using her name?
We actually briefly discussed it in part 1.
She said it was like a defamation of
false advertising.
False advertising.
Oh, yeah. She's the first Childish Gambino getting offended.
Oh my god! Somehow I knew you were going there, and
look, I'm just gonna hit the drop. I'm gonna hit this.
Protect black women.
Okay, and then hit the new drop, the hot stepper.
Is that line stepping? I mean,
no, she got offended over nothing, just like Gambino thinks Dave is stealing from him.
I don't think he thinks it's stealing from him.
I think
he thinks it's encroaching on his territory.
If he could sue Little Dicky, he would try.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah. If he could sue the creators of that show, he would try. But anyway,
I'll hit the drop though, just in case Rosa Parks' family's still around. There you go.
It was a ridiculous lawsuit. Get over yourself, Rosa.
You know what? I didn't want to say it in part 1, but yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have sued them. But hey, I'm a hip hopper. So of course I'm on their side.
No, you said the exact opposite thing in part 1.
No, I didn't.
You said that she didn't go to the back of the bus, so she's right to stand up for herself.
No, I was trying to figure out how she said it was false advertising. I'm like, what did they advertise?
We can run
it
back.
Your powers are gone. Your information, what is it? Intellectual dishonesty powers have faded as a result of your exorcism. You know, and
Jesse,
it's going to take you all season.
You weren't present for this, but during part 1, when we were going through the background information on this album,
right?
Mel was firmly in Rosa Parks.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I was not. And
didn't she steal like credit from somebody else?
Supposedly. So I've heard, thanks to the new internet. There was some thread probably on Twitter about...
Yeah.
Wait, so it didn't even happen to her? She just said it?
No, it happened, but prior to her...
Someone else did it first, and she took credit.
You know. But you know what the boy says, you know? It ain't about who did it first, it's about who did it right. Niggas looking like preach, you know?
It was a segregation us. All right, ratings time.
Open cases on me for the front row seats. Anyway.
Well, since Mel's afraid to rate this.
Afraid? You want me to rate it?
I'll slap it with a 9-.
Oh, my goodness.
No, you're afraid. You're a coward. Because for me, it is a 10.
Oh, my. What is wrong with you people? 7+.
What?
Yeah.
7+?
For the same logic that we've applied to other songs, but I'll talk about it whenever it's my time.
Do you have more than 110 on this album, Mel?
I'm not spoiling that. Why would I spoil that? Listen, this is a 10.
Asking.
Okay.
I'm just asking.
It's okay to ask, but that don't mean you're going to get an answer. Look, 10 means
perfect song?
It's a perfect song to me. One of my favorite songs of all time.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a perfect song. The music is perfect. It's perfection. Moles, you're the tempo man, right? Tell me this ain't Tempo Man Hall of Fame music right here.
I don't think
every element, the guitar licks, the programming, the 808, the lag, the whistling,
I wouldn't call it scratches. I wouldn't call it like Tempo Man.
You don't bounce around to this?
I do, but it's not Tempo Man. It's not like it's very energetic and busy. I'll give it that. I mean, I give it a 9-. I love the song.
You do. You love it.
It's one of my favorite OutKast songs, actually. So, is it Tempo Man? I mean, it's something. I'll tell you that much. There's so many competing elements, and very infrequently in music is something this busy with this many competing elements, and yet it works. Whatever configurate, whether it's like just the harmonicas and the clapping and the stomping, or it's the funky guitar, like whenever the elements crisscross, it's always really dope. Whenever the elements get isolated, it's always really dope. Musically, I think this is really good. I think that it has some of my favorite rapping on a single, as far as like
They
Dre.
slept on this single, and I don't get it. I was only 5, so but this is.
I mean, this was the one that
crime.
got me. This is the one that got me into OutKast. You know what I mean? This is like
this because you woke.
This was
you know what's going on.
Entry point for me. So like, but when I hear Andre rapping, I met a gypsy and she hit me to some life game, stimulate and activate the left and right brain. Said, baby boy, only funky is your last cut. You focus on the past, you ask to be, it has what? That's one to live by, either that's one to die to. I just try to throw it at you, determine your own adventure, Andre. Listen,
Perfect verse.
Some of the best rapping I've heard on a radio single to this day, and I know why Jesse fronts on the song, because Andre said something about Tribe Called Quest.
No,
and Jesse felt some kind of way about it.
Not the reason.
Because he said, you know what he said, okay? He said...
Kind of sour because my favorite group ain't coming with it, but I'm with you because you're probably going through it anyway. But anyhow, when in doubt. When I bought it because I thought it would be jamming. Wildski, awfully sad, and it's called. Yeah, I mean, but listen, bro, it's bouncy, okay? It's springy. This whole verse, man. This is how you say when it's some of the best rapping on a single. Like the reason why it works is because the substance is there, the flow's there, but it doesn't sacrifice the energy for the message. It's still a single. Because the way he's bouncing and slithering around like a snake, this is how you preach and teach in a way that's effective, okay? If you ask Mel, all right, you want to kick knowledge, drop jewels, whatever, this is how you do it, okay? It's engaging. There's storytelling in here. He's talking about how rap moves on and replaces you, and the industry, and the short memory that fans have, and the plight of the hip hop fan who gets disappointed by their favorite. Talking about Jesse, it's amazing. It's great. It's a perfect
Jesse,
verse.
I know you will defend those 2 Tribe albums to the death. Those
which ones?
2 being
I don't
Beats,
defend
Rhymes,
the last
and Life.
3.
So the Love Movement came out.
No, I don't defend the last 2. I'm sorry.
So Love Movement came out
same day,
the same day as Aquemini,
right?
And Volume 2 and Black Star, as we've covered on the show.
And a Brand Nubian album that was pretty good.
Well, we don't talk about that one.
You said a Brand New Beano album?
Yeah,
no, not a Brand New Beano album, a Brand Nubian.
Brand New Beano album full of shots fired at Lil Dicky.
But listen, we know about Mel. He ain't listening to no Brand Nubian. He's only listening to Brand New Beano.
No, I've heard of who's oh no, that's Grand Poobah. Never mind.
Mel ain't rap.
I almost said it's Brand New Honey. With my man, but no, it's Grand Poobah Honey.
Mel ain't rap.
It's Brand New Honey. Yo, fire up Mel ain't rap, because that account's gonna get a workout.
No, I knew what it was actually. I just got confused for a second.
Back to your point. I don't defend the Love Movement. I like a fair amount of that album, but I don't defend it. I can see people.
I'm saying there's no way he was talking about the Love Movement.
He was talking about Beats, Rhymes, Life.
He's talking about Beats, Rhymes, and Life.
And if that same line was on a different beat from this album or a different song from this album, I wouldn't mind it. It's not that's not my issue.
Well, I'm very interested, as someone who thinks this is a 10, what is your issue with this? To where it's only, a 7+, you said?
7+. Just simply played out. I've heard it too many songs. I've heard it too many times in my life. It's just...
Word. We have discussed that before.
It's lost.
Lose Yourself, Eminem.
It's lost its shine for me. So maybe in 1998, it was probably an 8+. Okay. But we weren't rating things back then. But I'll get to the rest of my notes later. But it's just simply played out. That's all.
I'll levy this one criticism against the song. Why give it a 9- instead of, say, a flat 9 or even a 10? The chorus is fine.
Oh, don't you dare. The
chorus is not phenomenal, honestly. It's the worst part of the song.
Oh, my God.
All the other elements of the song are more compelling than the chorus.
You don't know what slumping is, do you? You don't want to bump and slump with him, do you? That's what this is. Look, I'll be honest. When I first heard it, I didn't know what slumping was, but it made me want to do it because that's a good hook right now. Okay, this is
what is slumping, Mouth?
It's when you eat some food and you be slumped. You just the itis hit
so
you.
The
and
itis
you be
is slumping.
No, the itis is the itis, but the itis makes you slump. Do you want to bump and slump with us? They slumped in the bumping the music and they slumped in the car. You know,
it's not a great chorus, Jesse. Where do
this
you fall
chorus
on
is
this
I said it's a perfect party time hook.
That sounds like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Everybody move to the back of the bus. Do you want to and slump with we the type of people make the club get crunk? Say, how are you not? What?
The Hunchback of Notre Dame was slumping.
Hook? What about Notre Dame?
The Hunchback of Notre Dame was slumping.
The words in the chorus are not great. They're delivered rhythmically and it's catchy, but it's not. I don't think it's a great chorus.
I'm not gonna hit you with the "you ain't black," even though you ain't. But I disagree. I wholly disagree. This is a great chorus to me. It's an all-time chorus. Meshes with the music perfectly. And
let me put it
Jesse,
this way.
I want to say.
It would be just as good to me with a different chorus.
Okay.
The chorus isn't what makes the song for me. I'm not saying it's a bad chorus. It's just not a great chorus.
I think it's a great chorus. I think great verses, great music. I mean, that's how you get a 10.
The music
everything.
Is amazing. The verses are amazing. The chorus is catchy, but it's not a great chorus. I don't love
as long
the
as
chorus.
You admit it's catchy. Okay. All right, I'll allow it then. You don't have to think it's great, but catchy. If you would have said it's not catchy,
we can get to this on the next song too. If I'm just looking at the words and thinking about them, I'm just like, why? I don't care. When I hear,
but that's why you don't listen to music.
Hush that fuss. Everybody move to the back of the. I love hearing that. That's catchy as hell.
You gotta love it.
You don't get a 9- if I don't love hearing it, but it's meaningless to me. And obviously it was meaningless to the titular subject of the song, Rosa Parks, because she said, this song ain't even about me, and I didn't even go on the damn back of the bus, you idiots.
Wait, let me make sure. I said she might not be dead at all. Okay,
I feel like she
died in
passed away.
2005. Yeah, it was 2005. October 24th. Wow, it's like almost like a week ago. R.I.P. But yeah, listen, man, to Jesse, to your point about it being played out, for me, I didn't actually discover this song until sometime last decade, which is crazy considering it was a single, as you were saying. But we were mentioning in part one, Mools was talked about like the OutKast videos DVD that they had put out around Speaker Box Love Below.
Okay.
I grew up with that and I would watch it all the time. But Mools pointed out there were no Aquemini videos to be found on that DVD. And so that's why I'm like, when I finally heard this, I'm like, how am I just now, like, what did this Rosa Parks, like, it was new to me as of like last decade. Like I must have heard it in, I don't know.
We surmised that basically their lawsuit with her was still ongoing when that DVD came out. So they probably excluded it for that reason. Mm-hmm. And it was the only video they shot for this album, I think.
You know, so, right. But that explains why, for me, I hadn't been hearing it since 98. I just started hearing it like a decade ago. So this ain't even close to being played out to me yet. And with a 10, I'm banking that it's not going to ever be played out. That's kind of how I feel. When it's a 10.
That's a 10. That's a 10.
Yeah, that's a 10. Every time it comes on, I pop for it. That's a 10 to me. You know, this is on my all-time favorite songs playlist. This comes on, bro. Every time the harmonica breakdown from Andre's Stepdaddy comes on, I can't get through it without smiling. I can't. I always turn up and then start slapping my knee. And then
that
I have
and then seamlessly the music's able to come right back in.
Oh my God. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's perfection. The song's perfection.
But you won't reveal if this is your only 10 on the album.
Well, we're going to have to reveal it because we got to do the whole album. But, you know, I want to say this too because we've established Andre's verse is perfect. The hook is great to me. Big Boi, though, again, also great. And we talk about that flow. I'm always like, total chaos for these players. Thought we was absent.
And then you speed it up again,
Georgia, what we do for you. Bulldog,
take another route to represent the Dungeon family like Ray J. Me and Redact decided to go the back way. We go through River City, then we headed to that back cave. ATL, Georgia, whatever we do.
Wait, you didn't say Ray J?
I don't know.
It's always sounded like Ray J to me. I don't think he's talking about. I don't think
Ray
he's
J
talking
was
about
not that
Brandy's.
significant yet.
No, Jesse. I'm thinking it's what Ray J's the only person with that name ever.
Maybe.
Well, let's check and see if he actually said Ray J here.
I always heard
Great Day.
Great Day. Nah.
We taking another route to represent the Dungeon family like Great Day.
What's
this
Great
bad
Day?
Website Genius says probably referring to A Great Day in Harlem, a group portrait of 57 jazz musicians.
They
recreated that though.
Don't get me started.
With rappers.
Life of Jesse coming soon. Traumatic.
Oh, you got it?
Traumatic.
Your life somehow ties into that picture?
Do you know about the updated version?
Because I see.
Yeah, I was
so
saying
the
they
Great Day in
recreated
Harlem. The group portrait of 57 jazz musicians on a back street, 126th Street.
Well, I think he's talking about the updated version because they were in the new picture with the rappers.
So he's saying, doesn't it sound like Ray J, Mel?
That can't be the line because that picture was taken the day all these albums came out. So.
Oh, okay.
But basically, I'm just going to tell the story very quickly. I buy music all the time, freshman year of college, and one of the worst days of my life was going into Sam Goody and seeing that XXL cover being down south in Florida. And I'm like, all of this happened right near my house. I just had like a meltdown because I was like nowhere near New York when it happened, and I knew nothing about it. So.
Oh no, that FOMO.
Well, I missed out.
Yeah.
That J-Mo, Jesse missed out.
Wait, the photo was supposedly taken in 1958.
We're talking about the updated XXL version.
Okay, so the Dungeon family did one, you said.
No, every rapper in the world, the XXL cover moves. You haven't seen this cover?
No, I don't think so. Let me see.
Oh,
wow,
man.
you really haven't?
Look up XXL Great Day in Harlem.
It's the greatest day in hip-hop, is what they called it.
XXL Greatest Day in Hip-Hop.
You name it, they were out there.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, and you ain't black, Moles.
It's my time to shine, yeah.
And you ain't black.
And I've
never seen this before.
So basically, that was a cover, and it was like blocks from my house, and I just had a meltdown seeing
this
that.
photo was taken the day that Volume 2, Aquemini, and
all those albums came out. Yep.
Wow. Well, you learn something new every day.
If you don't
legitimately had no knowledge of this whatsoever.
White boy. Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool picture. And I think I read somewhere that, like, the shadow is, like, creeping because, like, they were losing daylight or something. Right. So, like, it's something like they had to...
I think Rosa Parks took it.
Okay, so he's saying we're taking another route to represent the Dungeon family like Great Day.
I don't think he said Great Day. I think
there's no way he could be referring to that day.
No way.
Because it was taken the day the album came out.
It's just more Flosky-Wosky from Genius.com. All right.
Well, he definitely didn't say Ray J, apparently, but...
Great Dane, perhaps?
Representing the Dungeon family like Great Dane?
Is he a rapper in the Dungeon family?
I mean, Big Boi likes raising pit bulls. I know that.
Dungeon. Hold on. Represent the Dungeon family. Trying to see if there are any other alternate lyric transcriptions across the internet. I don't see anything. Everyone's saying Great Day. It don't sound like Great Day. It's all right, whatever. Call in, folks. 718-635-0743. What is Big Boi saying?
I mean, Big Boi, this isn't the first time Big Boi has caused this level of confusion. On the title track of ATLians, he says, because when we step up in the party like a mouse, you scurry. But
well, that makes sense.
Yes, but Himanshu from Das Racist thought he was always saying, "When I step up in the party like Himanshu Suri," because that was his name.
We know about those guys, definitely.
We know about them. Very much so. But the Big
Surviving
Boi,
Das Race is coming soon.
On the Rab Network. This is what happened.
If R. Kelly got a doc, they need one.
Oh my God. Listen, Jesse, I watched the Tekashi 6ix9ine documentary on the plane from New York to LA. And yeah, Hulu, I think. Or one of these things. Showtime.
Not bad.
Oh, it was okay, but I mean, it was just it was weird. I was like watching a 3-part television documentary about Tekashi 6ix9ine.
And I only saw it was like a straight through documentary. I don't know.
This was a 3-part, like 3 hours in total. I don't know, it was on the plane, so I'm just like, fuck it, I'll watch this bullshit. But nothing that, you know, if you'd followed that whole story that you haven't seen or heard at this point. But, you know, just the idea that now, you know, because now on the plane, they've got JetBlue has got like all these. It's not just one movie anymore. Back in the day, they just put on a movie. Right. And it's like, if you don't want to watch this shit, sucks for you. They had a fucking streaming service on there. They had like Citizen Kane, all old movies, new movies. They had Conjuring 3, Black Widow, you know, all this bullshit.
I just remembered.
Okay.
You were saying Big Boi, like, I was trying to remember the line growing up that I didn't know what he was saying. It was from Roses when I would hear on the radio. The bad website says, she said, "Pardon me, are you balling?" I said, "Darling, you sound like a prostitute pausing." That's what Genius says. Okay, I always, on the radio, it sounded like, I thought they had censored it because he had said something about cerebral palsy. I was like, "Darling, you sound like a palsy." This is what it sounded like to me. And I'm like,
I've mentioned this before in the show, Mel. I had the clean version of Speakerbox Love Below for a long time because that was all that was available, and I did not want to go another week or longer without having the album.
Yeah.
So I bought the clean version, and I figured, you know, like, this Andre album's going to be, like, singing and stuff. Like, it won't be so bad. But he says, like, the clean version, I think it's, like, you sound like pausing.
Yeah, right? Sound like that palsy. That's what I heard, you know.
I know the clean versions of those songs.
It's not
poo
poo, it's boo boo, right? Roses really smell like boo boo, right? Not poo poo. See, white people. It's white people.
Where's poo poo? Where are you getting poo poo from?
And you ain't black.
That was a big debate on the schoolyard. Some people said he was saying ooh ooh. And I'm like, no, it's boo-boo. Roses smell like boo-boo is what he's saying. You know?
The line before it was, "I know you like to think your shit don't stink."
Right. So, of course, logically, it would be they really smell like boo-boo. You know? Anyway, that's for that review when we get there. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I think I pretty much said.
I can't believe that they censored prostitute.
Yeah, it was what, 2004? So it was 2003.
They don't censor anything anymore.
No, I just told you they censor lesbian and girls want girls on the radio.
That's another, like, that's not a slur.
It's not, but we know about people. We know about America and
this politics. Is bad America stuff going on.
Yeah, America, you know.
You still like that song, Mel?
Oh, what song?
Girls Want Girls?
Oh, man, listen, I hate to be one of those people, but every time I get in the car before the Bluetooth connects, I hear it, and they play it so much, I think I'm starting to not like it. It was a 7 to me on first listen. It's been a 7. It hasn't gone up, it hasn't gone down, but
What is Girls Want Girls?
From the Drake album.
that CLB.
I've played it once.
Okay, yeah. It's, all
right, well... I have nothing left to say about Rosa Parks. You gave it a 10.
It's a perfect song to me. Yeah.
And
I'll say this.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
My notes say it's played out for me at this point in 1998 when the album came out. We loved the church bridge and the harmonica. That was musically advanced for 1998. But now it reminds me of the Looney Tunes cooning dances. And I'm about to...
Oh, no.
I'm about to send it to the chat. Check the rap chat right now.
Is this like the Bugs Bunny tap dancing gif?
There's two of them.
Because that's one of my favorite gifs. I'm not afraid to admit.
There's two of them. Hold on. That's one.
I mean, during the harmonica breakdown, yeah, I mean, I guess, you know.
No, you gave it a 10. You have no wiggle room here. You don't agree.
I'm not trying to say wiggle room. I'm trying to fight against this notion that this is like coon music. Okay.
No, I said that part reminds me of that. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, so that's the first one.
All right. Well, while Jesse's looking for that, I'm gonna say this.
I sent it
to the chat.
Yeah, to the Twitter chat.
Oh, Twitter. Okay.
I sent the first one.
It's Yosemite Sam dancing while Bugs Bunny taps his foot and claps his hands. Yes! And then we've got, of course, the classic, he's Daffy Duck in like the fucking, what would you call this kind of hat?
What are those
like
hats? They're not fedoras. They're like the barbershop quartet hats.
Yeah, they're like a straw hat that like a barbershop quartet would wear.
That's what this reminds me of in the breakdown.
It does, and it's great for it. I love that about this song.
And then I said, my favorite group ain't coming with it line. That was in reference to Tribe Beats, Rhymes, and Life. Then I said, I'm sure Mel will laugh at how New York Raycon is going into the next song.
Beats, Rhymes, and Life is good.
I love that album.
It's good. All right. Love Movement, I'm not going to defend. I don't love that album.
There are maybe 2 skips on Love Movement for me. We'll get to that one day.
Where's AJ Styles, Mel?
I'll bring him in.
For me, to me, Mel, ain't that a Moles classic? To me.
Oh yeah, that's a Moles classic, right? Moles.
That's a classic. Right,
here's your drop for Jesse's,
I don't think it's needed now.
Oh, it's not needed?
Well, he said to me again.
Okay, so that all right, fair enough.
And Moles, you know that Queens, we know about you.
Well, Jesse, everyone, as Homeboy Sandman once told me when I asked him when he moved from Queens to Brooklyn, and I said, how are you going to rep Queens now that you live in Brooklyn? And he says, yo, it's not where you're from, it's where you're at, but you could always rep where you're from. Yeah, we know about him. Okay? He's a hip-hop man.
We will rock
Give Me is terrible with Nori. I'm looking at the track list now. And Against the World is terrible. And maybe Hot for You is terrible.
Show one day.
Huh? Yes, I got like 3 skips on.
It's not their worst album now, but it was before their most recent album.
And if you look at it like, yeah, anyway.
But I think
if album number 6 is their worst album, they have a great catalog. That's my point.
I agree. But I also think Andre was a little off base here. I think it's a good album, Beats, Rhymes, and Life. He just didn't like the change musically, and
it was the thing to do at the time to complain about Dilla and Consequence. Whatever.
Whenever Andre does his part in the verse, I always think about when More Life dropped, and I was sad because it wasn't hitting.
Yeah, but then you went on and gave Dark Lane demo tapes a 14 out of 14
because there ain't no skips on it. Boy.
And Andre is a legend, but he made a fake. He made a fake come all the abstract. Okay? Andre is a legend, but he made a fake come all the abstract. So we know about him.
No, Jesse, Love Below is far superior to Come All the Abstract.
It came out first. Come All the Abstract was supposed to come out in 2002.
It's not about. It doesn't matter. Count Bass D, Art for Sale, and Pre-Life Crisis predate both of them. It doesn't matter who did it first.
And I can maybe debate that, what you call it, Tate, because I don't have any skips on Come All the Abstract. I'm sure there's at least one skip on fucking Love Below.
Okay. Well, you were talking about Raekwon, Jesse. Did I laugh? No, because I'm traumatized from season 6. So when I heard Raekwon,
what do you mean, the skit at the end, it's a true story. We'll get into it actually once we transition to the next track. But you're traumatized, and he's not your favorite Wu-Tang member.
We know about me and Raekwon. So he comes on here after the doozy of a season we just got through with, and I'm just like,
oh fuck this motherfucker.
Hold on a second.
Oh, that's
Raekwon the chef. Okay.
All right. We officially, there's a song with Raekwon on it that Mel gives a 10. Rosa Parks.
Oh. That's the biggest loophole in this show's history. That's the loopiest of holes right there.
Without Raekwon, this song wouldn't exist.
No. Without Raekwon, the next song wouldn't exist.
Yeah, but
he's being intellectually dishonest again, Jesse.
Huh?
It's part of the It's part of the song. Is Raekwon not on the song you just rated a 10?
No, he's not on the song. He's not on the beat.
He's not on the song. He's on the track. He's on the track.
I gotta ask you something, Mel. So you give this version a 10, not the single version without Raekwon.
They're both
so
10.
with the Raekwon, you still give this a 10.
Still a 10.
So you give a song with Raekwon on it a 10.
He's not on the song. He's on the intro to the next song, which is, tacked on.
We know about Moles. Okay. Yeah. Y'all want to transition to that song?
Yes.
Moles, you good? Oh, I think Moles has been called away. Well, I'll say this while he's been called away. I just realized I might have a new drop. Hold on. Where is this for when we transition? He said, is it that Anthony Fantano? Heck no. This is much better than that. It's me. Here it is. Yeah. So from now on, when we transition, not forever, but I'll just hit this. Transition. There you go. Yeah. Yo, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from and all the other episodes, stop by raprankings.com or search Rap Rankings on your favorite podcast platform.